Good afternoon, A-Team. It's April Nyman, your Cincy Family Director, and I am coming at you today just to answer a few questions Ashton's team has put together. I'm probably going to post the video for everybody to watch just because I think it's some beneficial information. So I've written down our list of questions and we will get started. The first question was, what is your best tip for finding and talking to new recruits once you've hit up your friends and family? Your friends and family are a great way to get your business started. You can ask for referrals from your friends and family. Let them know that you're looking to grow your team, that you want to add new team members, and if they know anybody that you would love, if they sent them your way. The second thing that I have on the list is events. Events are a good way to meet people outside of your friend and family circle. People you come in contact with every day. So your bank teller, your kids' gymnastics teacher, coaches, teachers. Think of places that you go every day. Through the drive-thru, your cashier at Kroger, any of those people, those types of people that you run into every day, start building relationships with them. One thing that I have posted on our team page, and I've talked about quite a bit, is when you drive through the bank to make a deposit, maybe stop and go inside so that you can actually make some face-to-face contact with people. But even if you go through the drive-thru, stick a sample and a flyer in there. I do it all the time, and sometimes I think, man, they never really say anything about it except for thanks, but then the next thing you know, and I don't send one, they ask about it. So I know that they're liking it, and I know that it's getting a good response. It's getting my name out there as the Cincy girl for my area, which is something that you really want to think about. Branding yourself. Wear a Cincy t-shirt. Put a Cincy button on your bag. Wear a Cincy hat. Carry a bag, a Cincy tote. Carry mini testers around with you. Anything that says Cincy, wear somebody who isn't already a contact of yours, if they wouldn't know that you were a Cincy consultant, something that would give that away to them and let them know. So recruits are everywhere. You just have to kind of listen. Even if you're in anytime you're in a place that you're around a bunch of people that you don't know, listen for cues that people say about maybe they need some extra money for something, or they are looking for a way to make new friends, or they love candles. Things like that are going to be cue words that are going to open the door to conversation for those types of things for you to talk about Cincy, whether it's hosting a party or joining your team. The next question was how to approach someone about joining at a party. You always want, you don't necessarily have to ask every single guest that's at the party if they want to join your team, especially if this is their first experience with Cincy. I definitely recommend asking every single guest face-to-face if they're interested in hosting a party to get their own free and half-price stuff. But you definitely want to start out by building a relationship with that person so that they can get to know you. So the best way at a party is going to be when you start your party and introduce yourself, and you want to talk about your Cincy story. Why you started joining Cincy, why you love it, what Cincy does for you, any positive thing that you get from Cincy, whether it be friendships, some time out of the house, extra spending money, big, small, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is for you, you want to share that at your party. People, be yourself, be authentic, be positive, be excited about the product. When you get excited about it, your guests get excited about it. When you talk about your job and how much you love it, and you tell the guests at the party why you love what you're doing and why you love being a Cincy consultant, it starts to get their wheels turning about maybe why it would be good for them. So as a whole to the group, then I would, mention I have an awesome team. If, you're looking for some extra income or something to do on the side, I would love to talk to you more about joining my team. So that kind of opens up the door. And that way, if there's anybody there that is interested, then that opens the door for them to come and talk to you a little bit more about it. And always have some new recruit packets on hand. I've uploaded those into our group page. I can bump those up to the top. feel free to go through, save it to your computer, edit it with your information, and use that as your new recruit packet. Or I think there's one that's called frequently asked questions of joining. So you want to keep, there's 2 of those. Frequently asked questions about joining and a new consultant frequently asked questions. I'll bump both of those up to the top. The third question is, Tucker, go lay down. Go get in bed. Go get in bed. Tucker wants to come say hi. Go get in bed. Go lay down. Go. Go in. Go get in bed. Sorry. Third question was, what are we doing that's potentially sabotaging our recruiting? So what are things that you might be doing that could be sabotaging your recruiting? I would say number 1 would be not believing, focusing on the negative. It's so hard to get recruits. Why can't I find recruits? Why does nobody want to join my team? It's putting out like a negative energy that people pick up on. So instead, you want to be positive. Put it out, you know, to the universe, to Facebook, to whoever, that I want to grow my Scentsy team. You have to put your goals out there for everybody to hear. And once your friends and family start hearing that you want to grow your business and you want to grow your team, that will get their wheels turning and they'll start thinking about it. Man, she's really taking this serious. The more you identify with being a Scentsy consultant, the more people are going to identify with joining your team, because they want to join with somebody who they believe in and who they think that will be able to help them get started in the right way. Other than that, what are we doing that's potentially sabotaging our recruiting? I would really think that. I think telling yourself no, not asking everybody, answering for people instead of asking them about it. I have been, I frequently go through all my contacts and think about who would make a good Scentsy consultant, or people on my friends list who I think might have a reason that they would want to be. But the thing that I have to not do, and it's hard for me too, is I have to not say no for people before I ask them. And this goes for hosting parties and finding new team members. So you never know until you ask. If you're not asking everybody that you know if they want to join your team, then you're sabotaging your recruiting. You don't have to be, somebody had commented about like not wanting to be like the buckle. You don't have to be down people's throats about it. Just send them a quick message and say, hey, you know, I'm really interested in growing my team, and I've really had a great experience with Scentsy so far, and I love it, and I thought of you, and I thought that it might be a great thing for you too. Let me know if you have any questions. You don't have to be down their throat. You're not selling it to them. If they say no, it's not the end of the world. The other thing about recruiting too is when you find people who are interested and then they become uninterested and say, no, it's not really for me. That doesn't mean that they're never going to join your team. That just means, no, it's not really for me right now. So don't count them out. Put them on a separate list. I have a list that I make of, I do this for hosting and I do it for joining, of people who have shown interest in joining at all. A little bit like, yes, I'm definitely signing up next month. I'll write their name on the list and what day, you know, what time frame they think they want to join. Sometimes people say, you know, I really want to do this, but it'll probably be a few months. So I write their name on a list and I write next to their name, you know, check back in with them in a few months. I do the same thing with parties. So it's kind of like, and then I scratch people out as they say no. But you always want to keep a list going of who you've contacted and what they've said, and a list of a separate list for people who are interested. Okay, moving on to the next question. What can you do to create a buzz or excitement around recruiting? Get excited yourself. Let everybody know how much you love what you do. Let everybody know how awesome our products are, how great our team is. The more we interact and share on our team page from everybody, not just me or the other people who have been on there for a while, the more we interact and the more questions we ask and the more we share success stories, the more exciting it is for people who are just getting on there and kind of seeing what it's all about. And that's why I suggest adding anybody who is interested and wants to take a look around to our team page. There's no pressure. They can take themselves off the page anytime they want to. But it's a good way for them to ask questions or just to see kind of how we interact and how we support each other. So really, I get excited about recruiting and adding new team members all the time. When we have big events like Spring Sprint, that will kind of create a buzz because you can take a guest with you. And so I highly recommend that you buy the $10 ticket for a guest and bring somebody along with you who's thinking about joining, so they can, because they'll be able to come and experience Scentsy on a different level. And if they would like, they can upgrade their ticket while they're there, and they can get the free product kit that that we get at Spring Sprint. So best thing to do to create buzz and excitement is be positive, and don't be afraid to post how much you love what you're doing with Scentsy and how exciting it is for you, and how much, whatever it is that gets you excited about Scentsy, share that with everybody else and they will get excited about it too. Do I think it's beneficial to take Square at a party? I don't think it's beneficial to take it at the party. But I do think it's beneficial to have a Square for events, because at events, a lot of people might not want to write down their credit card number for you for whatever reason. But if you use Square all the time, you're going to pay, I think it's 3% fee. I forget, because there's a few different ones out there. There's Square, there's PayPal has one. I think there's a Pay Anywhere. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of them out there, of the different credit card readers that you slide your card through on your phone to take payment. But you're going to pay a percentage of that, of a fee for using that. So every once in a while, you might have somebody who writes their card number down wrong, and you have to call them to get it fixed. Worst case scenario, something happens and that person's card just won't work. You push the order through without their payment, leave their things off the order and just let them know that their payment, didn't go through, and that you can't get their stuff without their payment. I've never had it where I couldn't get an alternate form of payment from somebody if their card didn't work. So I wouldn't use Square at parties, but I do use them. I would use it at events for sure. How do you bring it up in casual conversations? Okay, so how do you bring up joining in casual conversations, or Scentsy for that matter? Listen for cues. If you're talking with a bunch of moms that all their kids play baseball and they need a fundraiser, ding, ding, ding. Hey, I sell Scentsy. I can do a Scentsy fundraiser with you. You definitely don't want to be that person who is like down everybody's throat all the time, but you just wait. It'll come up naturally. If you get to the point where like Scentsy is a part of you. When I first joined, I was really afraid that I did not want people, I didn't think people were going to take me seriously. And I thought people were going to think that I was like the crazy Scentsy lady. And so already in my head, I was creating these thoughts that other people were having when that hadn't even happened yet. So the second that I quit worrying about what other people thought, and I embraced that I was going to grow my business and that I was going to really work at it as hard as I could to make it grow as fast as I could, everything took off. People want to do business, and people want to join the team of somebody who is invested in what they do and who takes it seriously. So when you're talking about Scentsy all the time, people know that you're serious about your business and that you love what you do. So I think that's a great thing. And as long as you're not, only talking to Scentsy, even, my friends, family, I don't think they get tired of me talking about Scentsy. And if they do, then, they still love me. So, so I think that bringing it up in casual conversations, you just bring it up when it feels right to you. You have to be authentic to who you are and what you do, which means it'll be a little different for everybody. But just depending on what the conversation is about, there's always a way to work it in there, for sure. Next question, how do you bring it up to a basket party or online? How do you contact customers from basket parties to bring it up to them? Okay, so one thing I do with basket parties and online are a little bit different. If I'm doing a basket party, one thing I always offer to all my hostesses is a decider party. And so, I give them their basket and I let them know right from the beginning. If you ever think about joining my team, when you collect up all these orders and before we put it in, if you decide that this is something that you want to do, you can go ahead and join and we can put this party under you. It gets them off to a great start. It gets them either super close or over their shooting star already the first day that they've joined. So that's a really great way to bring it up to your basket party hostesses. And you kind of just gauge people. If you have a basket parties are a great way for people to kind of get an idea of, how selling Scentsy works, because they're the ones out there with the bag doing all the work. Mowgli, lay down. Oh my goodness. Sorry. So, it kind of is, lets them get their feet wet a little bit. So that's one way to bring it up. For contacting customers for basket parties and online parties, online's the easiest because you'll have their address from where they ordered their stuff to ship to them. And so I always send a thank you for your order card. I still have some back here. So I send one of these. It just says, thank you for your order, and it has all my information at the top and my phone number. And I have a punch card system of buy 12 bars, get one free. Receive a punch for each bar purchase. When you fill your card, return it to me, redeem your free Scentsy bar. Then information on the back, it just says, ask about my hostess specials, book your party today and earn free and half price products. Join my team for just $99 to start your business. And then to order online, and then there's my my link on there. I send these out to every person that orders online I do business card magnets. That way they can just stick it up on their refrigerator and they always have my information if they would like to order again. The other thing that I've just recently started doing is my bag tags. Christina Stainbrook, who is another director, uploaded these, and I will add them to our team page. And I just printed them out at Vistaprint, and it just has my information at the top. It says, thank you. This bag belongs to, so you write their name, and then it says, you helped your host earn, so much in free product and so many half-price items. Your turn. Call me today to book your party so you can get free products too. So sometimes with basket parties and online orders, we don't get that FaceTime with customers to start building those relationships. So it's definitely important to follow up either, by mailing them something. Sometimes just seeing, man, my friend just earned $60 in free stuff and 3 half-price items. Maybe I should do a party. It just gets their wheels turning a little bit. So with online and basket party customers, I do mailings. But as far as my basket party hostesses or online hostesses, I just ask them, have you ever considered joining my team? I'd love to have you. I think you'd be great. Tell them why you think they would be great at it, and what you like doing, or why you like doing it. Last question. How long do you pursue someone who shows interest? As long as they're interested. Until they tell me, it's not, I thought it might be something I want to do, but no, I'm not interested. Okay, thanks. You know where to find me. If you change your mind or your circumstances change and you decide you want to do it, let me know. And I can't count how many times that's happened to me. Probably at least half of my girls who are personal recruits have told me, okay, yeah, I'm interested, and then say, no, never mind. And then, a week, a month, a year later, I get a message. Okay, I'm ready. What do? I want to join. Sign me up. So I've got all kinds of stories about that happening. So as long as they're interested, be there for them. The biggest thing I think is to add them to the team page so they can start to feel like they're part of our little family. They can ask questions if they would like. They can kind of see how we interact as a group. And that's where the list comes in, your seed list for team members. That way you know who to, you don't want to hound anybody. There is no pressure. It's not about numbers. It's just about, sharing Scentsy with everybody. The reason I say it's not about numbers is because I would rather have one recruit who, and I hate the word recruit, team member. I would rather have one new team member who loves selling Scentsy and, enjoys it and gets, extra money and whatever she joined for. I would rather have one person who gets that satisfaction out of it than having 10 people who just signed up, because I pressured them to do it. So you definitely don't want to pressure anybody. Be there for information. Let them know that you're there to answer any questions, that you can add them to the team page. I'll bump those documents that I told you guys about up to the top of the page. And you can, like I said, edit it out with your information. And other than that, the best thing is to build relationships with people, outside of your friends and family. Maybe start, join a new group of some kind, whether it be a group on Facebook or, go to, I'm just trying to think of ideas off the top of my head. Like when my daughter starts gymnastics, that's a whole new group of people who could be potential customers. I give Scentsy as gifts a lot of times for school. Like Olivia's teacher last year, I gave her a Scentsy warmer, and then I gave all of her, like her art teacher and her bus driver and her lunch lady, all those, I gave them last year we had the fragrance foams. You could do hand sanitizers and split them up, 3 to a pack, give out little gifts like that. So that gets your name out there as being the Scentsy girl for your area. Other than that, I think that was all the questions that we had. The couple points I have down here is to push decider parties. With a decider party, the worst thing, worst case scenario, they say, no, I don't want to join, and you still put the party under you, and they still get all the free and half price credits. And building relationships. Stay positive. Put it out there that you're the Scentsy lady in your area, and to contact you if anybody needs anything, that you want to grow your team and grow your business. Putting warmers, that was another thing. Finding and talking to new recruits once you've hit up your friends and family. Another thing that you can do to expand your business outside of your friend and family circle is to go to different businesses and ask them if you can set up a display. There are different ways that you can work that, and we can probably do another video about that later. If you guys have questions about it, let me know, and I can kind of maybe go over a few bullet points on our team page. But I think that is about it. I hope everybody got a little something useful out of that, and I hope I wasn't too long-winded, but I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the video, and we will talk soon. All right, bye.